Welcome to the Shelf Learner, educating myself with the books from my shelf. What does syntopical reading have to do with an elephant? Stick around till the end and you'll discover why. Before we discuss our hypothetical case, it's important that we define syntopical reading. Syntopical reading is the fourth and highest level reading that was made famous by Mortimer Adler in his book, How to Read a Book. Syntopical reading is basically selecting a subject and taking two or more books to compare and contrast the ideas of the authors to draw your own conclusion and have a deeper understanding of the subject. Well, in our hypothetical case, there's 7 individuals. They are separated in 2 different sets. Set 1 consists of group A, B, and C, and in each group, there are 2 people. The second set is just 1 individual. The rules are each of group A, B, and C are going to be blindfolded, taken into a room, assigned into a specific position where they cannot move from that area, and they're given 1 minute to use their hands to make observations. Once that minute is up, they are taken out of the room into another room, and they have to write down their observations and discuss it with the other groups. So group A, 2 people are escorted blindfolded into a room. They're taken into a specific area and the timer is set. So they're using their hands and they both have an opportunity to feel what's in front of them. And once the minute is up, they're taken out of the room. Group B is escorted into the room. They're assigned to a different location. And the same thing, they're given a minute and they're using their hands to feel what's in front of them. And then finally you have group C who go into the room and they do the same. So once the minute's up for each of group A, B, and C, they're taken in a room, they're given about a couple minutes to write down their observation, discuss it within their group. And then they have an opportunity to share their observations with the other group. So group A says, what we were feeling was a rope. Group B says, we felt like it was a tree stump. And group C says, what we were feeling was a canopy of a tent. So they were debating back and forth about their observations and what it was. And each group insisted that they were right. Group A says that, hey, the object was a rope and we stand firm on it. Group B says, no, it was a trunk of a tree. And then group C says, no, it was a canopy to a tent. And it started getting heated up until the monitor of this whole case study says, hey, we're going to take a break. So as group A, B, and C decided to take a little refresher, the second set, which consists of 1 individual, was given about 10 minutes during the break to read the observations of group A, B, and C. And after the 10 minutes, he had to share his observation. So this individual read the observation and said, hey, they were taken into a room, they were assigned different locations, and one said they felt a rope, another one felt the trunk of a tree, and the other one felt like it was some sort of a canopy. Well, I've been to zoos in the past and it sounds like maybe that rope was the tail. What felt like the trunk of a tree might have been a leg, and what was the canopy was probably air. You know what? That was an elephant in a room. You might be thinking, okay, so what's the connection? Well, the connection is this. In our culture, our society, in this world that we live in, a lot of people are separated into their camps. And even though they may have some element of truth to what they observe, they stick to it dogmatically to the point where they negate the observations of other people, and they remain short-sighted and they can't see the elephant in a room. And there's a few reasons why they can't see the elephant in the room. Number one, it could be ignorance. They say that ignorance is bliss. Some people are ignorant because they don't know that they don't know, and some people are ignorant by choice. The second reason why they didn't observe an elephant in the room is because of fear. FOMO, fear of missing out. Sometimes people will rather go with the group, with the majority, because of the fact that they don't want to be left out. As a matter of fact, I got a t-shirt here with a quote by Booker T. Washington. It says, "A lie doesn't become the truth, wrong doesn't become right, and evil doesn't become good just because it's accepted by the majority." In the good book, it says, "Wide is a road to destruction, and many take it. But narrow is the path to life, and few find it." And the third reason why they can't see the elephant in the room, and the most dangerous one, is pride. Sometimes people, they think they're taking the ladder of success, they pull it on a wall, and they climb that ladder until they get to the top. And sometimes they realize that they put the ladder on the wrong wall. Rather than making the corrections, because of pride, they refuse to make the necessary changes. As a matter of fact, Carl Sagan had said a powerful quote that I'm going to put on the screen. Check it out. "One of the saddest lessons of history is this: if we've been bamboozled long enough, we tend to reject any evidence of the bamboozle. We're no longer interested in finding out the truth. The bamboozle has captured us. It's simply too painful to acknowledge, even to ourselves, that we've been taken." Carl Sagan. People will rather believe a lie because it's convenient, because they don't want to change, which takes effort. As a matter of fact, George Orwell said that in an age of deceit, speaking the truth is a revolutionary act. He also said that the further a society goes from the truth, the more it will hate those that speak it, which is very relevant to today in the times that we live in. What does this have to do with syntopical reading? It is your responsibility to educate yourself. Whatever subject that you have questions about, gather the necessary resources that are relevant to that question. At least 2 or more books on various perspectives so that you can compare and contrast the ideas of the author, to be able to gain a deeper understanding of the subject and to draw your own conclusion. I want to leave you with this last thought. If you don't take responsibility for educating yourself and managing your life, then someone else is going to educate you and manage your life. And you might not like the direction you're going. I hope you're inspired by the elephant effect and how it relates to syntopical reading. Check out the book, How to Read a Book, and of course, make it a great day.